Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Brittany with the Seniors Blue Book, and we are live on Skype today with Renee Wright from Lutheran Services, Florida. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me. This is exciting.
You know what's fun about this? I get to kind of like see everybody's personal homes through Skype. Like your beautiful flower arrangement, like it looks real nice and tidy in there. So that's why I
Well,
put a
we
screen.
definitely won't widen it.
I'm the one that's like my house is clean, but like I have a lot of stuff, so I'm putting my screen behind me so it provides a nice touch to it. And it's blue for the blue
Yeah,
book. So,
there you go.
so thank you so much for joining us. Today we're going to talk about the services you offer on a normal everyday basis, but also, of course, the importance of why you provide these services and the pre-planning and having that plan in place for like what's happening right now, of course, in the world. So, will you introduce yourself and just kind of tell us a little bit about your background and then about LSF?
Yes, I'm Renee Wright. I have been in the medical profession most of my adult life, and we're not going to tell how many years that is, but
3
it's a
years? 4?
lot. Yeah, that's right. There you go. I started in doctor's offices as a receptionist and worked my way up to when prior to Lutheran Services, I worked for a 180-bed skilled nursing facility as their business office director. So I've got a lot of experience in that arena with medical and with what we do, ALS and skilled facilities. And so I am not, I'm accustomed to these types of situations, not the pandemic, but the elderly and just what they face on a day-to-day basis. So I am, in, as you know, a number of different things. The DCCI, the part of the Dementia Cure and Care Initiative program. I'm one of the trainers for that. I'm on the board of Manatee County Aging Network. So I'm involved in a lot of community activities and involved in a lot of the community education out there, as well as involved with Lutheran Services as their community liaison to get the word out about what we do and to get the word out about, how can we help people? What is our mission and what is our goal? And our mission is to keep people healthy, happy, and hope-filled for their tomorrows and to protect them and to help them live with dignity and respect. And so we do that by the services that we offer.
Absolutely. And I have your website pulled up too, so people can go to that, which is lsfnet.org. And of course, they have several categories, and you don't cover, of course, just adults and elderly, children and families, refugees and immigrants. Y'all cover so much. And I think y'all are amazing, your organization. I get to also be on your ambassador board, which is fun. I get to see you, I think, at least 3 times a week. So, but I have a kind of what with providing guardianship, so talk a little bit about the guardianship side, and then we'll kind of get into the case management, what y'all do as a case manager with your clients.
Okay. The guardianship side is obviously court appointed for individuals that do not have capacity. They can no longer make their decisions for themselves. And our guardianship side can be plenary guardian, which is guardian of everything, which is the person and the property. And again, everything is court appointed and it's very laid out. It's very structured. It's very through the legal system. So we can also be just the guardian of just the property. We can be guardian of just the person. We can be co-guardians. We actually, which you know very well about our veteran, that we are voluntary guardian for him. He realized that he wasn't able, because of his disabilities and all the other issues that he dealt with, he wasn't able to take care of himself. And he was afraid of being exploited and neglected or mistreated, which he lived through a lot of that through his life. And so he came to us and asked us to be his guardian so that he would be protected and taken care of and he could have some dignity and respect. And so, those are the types of people that we reach out to, and those are the types of people that we try to protect.
Absolutely. And I'm just going to go down on your website here where we talk about case management. Because I know the first video that I came and did with you guys was you, and I think it was Maggie, right?
Yeah,
and it was all about the case management side. So let's definitely touch on that, because right now, maybe more than ever, there are so many seniors or older adults that are in a situation where they need assistance right now, and it's going to increase, of course, with everything happening. So what are some of the services that are offered through case management?
With our case management program, the one thing that I wanted to say up front is we can curtail and make our case management to fit each and every individual. So we don't have a set specification of these are the services that we offer and take it or leave it type situation. We take every contract and every individual and we design it according to what their needs are and according to what their goals are, because it's different for every individual. And so you can't just have a blanket statement, this is what we're going to do. So with that being said, we can offer as little or as much as they need. So if they only need 1 hour a month, we can offer 1 hour a month. If they need somebody once a week, we can come in once a week, however it's needed. Our case management is as an overseer, kind of like being a guardian. It basically is that role, but in order to have case management, you have to have capacity to sign the contract, or the person that is setting up the case management has to have the capacity to sign the contract. So with that being said, they can tell us, and perfect situations for case management are situations like maybe someone that's been diagnosed with early onset dementia. They know that eventually, and they have no family, they have no one that they trust to care for them. They know eventually they're going to be in a situation where they're going to have somebody take over basically their life for them. So they can get with someone like us in a case management situation where today they may only need us for 1 hour just to get to know us, just to get used to us, just to get a relationship established. And then as they progress in their disease, that contract can change. It can become 2 hours a month or 3 hours or whatever is needed. And then eventually their wants and their likes and their dislikes are all documented and set out. And so that even down to like their burial needs, people forget about that. Isn't it so much better to know that what you want will be taken care of versus somebody else that doesn't even know you make those decisions for you. So that's how a case management can come in and really protect and give people the dignity and the respect as they go through these types of diseases. But let's take today, for example. When we're in a situation like we are today, we don't know what's going to happen with this illness that's out there. We don't know how it's going to affect people, and we don't know what to look for in the future. So there's so many people that actually have situations that they are set up in where they may be the caregiver for an adult handicapped child, and they may not have any other family. That may be just them, or a husband and a mom and a dad taking care of a adult handicapped child. Let's say they come down with coronavirus and the mom and dad wind up in the hospital. Who's going to take care of that handicapped child for them that's not home, left unattended? So this is the reason for getting these situations now. The pre-need of having case management, when you have situations like that, you have adult children that are handicapped, you have spouses that are in poor health or have problems, get something set up now so that when you face crisis, you're not in a situation that now who's going to come in and take care of those people that you love.
Exactly. Well said. Well said. How many cups of coffee had you had this morning?
We won't talk about that.
I'm on my first one, but it will be the first of many. So the next, a lot of times you educate, and I'll come back here real quick. So a lot of times you educate through, well, not just Seniors Blue Book, but a lot of different crowds that you speak to on fraud and protecting seniors in that situation. I like, Melissa Leadham calls them fraudsters, which I like that term. Can you talk a little bit about right now, like the importance of people being aware that there are potentially there's so many new now fraud going on with all this?
Yes, absolutely. And that's one of the biggest things that people need to pay attention, but especially our seniors, because they're so vulnerable right now. Examples, just some new scams that I have heard about just in the last few days that have cropped up. We all know that our seniors are so overwhelmed with what's going on, and they don't have the ability to go out and fight the crowds. They don't have the stamina, they don't have the ability, some of them don't have the transportation, some of them are just flat scared to go out into this arena because people are fighting over, let's face it, toilet paper.
Exactly.
The seniors don't want to get involved in that. They can't get involved in that. So There's so many companies that's cropping up right now, and there's some legitimate ones. You and I deal with a ton of people that are legitimate, that we are sharing websites and different venues through that are legitimate, that are trying to reach out and help our seniors get the things that they need. But there's a lot of them out there that they see something and they're running with it and they're taking advantage of it, and they're, oh yeah, we'll go to the store, we'll pick up your grocery order, we'll go buy your groceries for you, and then they're turning around and charging our seniors, hundreds of dollars or
Right.
For delivery fees, and saying, well, if you want to eat, then you're going to do this. After that, now that's their only choice. They don't have another option. So our seniors especially need to be so cautious right now. Another scam that has recently popped up in just the last few days, people are going door to door trying to sell quote unquote testing. They're
Oh my
testing
goodness.
for the coronavirus. And they're selling it. They're trying, oh, yes, for $29.99, look, we can test you and make sure you're fine. There's so much of this that is already cropping up. We just need to be careful, be alert.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I teach all of our seniors every day. Be alert. If it sounds fishy, it probably is fishy. Get all your numbers and your information up front. Don't trust people that you don't know, especially in a time like this. There's so many of us that are out there to help you. Reach out to us. Reach out to, all the other places that we're posting about legitimate people that are out there to help.
Exactly. And I'm going to go to your, the contact here on your website. Let's see here. If I can find it. Oh no. I'm trying to find your guys' contact information. Will you share that? What's the phone number, the best phone number to reach you at? Or, for someone to call in if they are looking for assistance?
Okay, I'll give you our office number, and because that rolls over and it goes to the end of our extension. So if there's nobody, we are answering our phones remotely if we're not in the office. Our office number is 941-358-6330.
The last part of that cut off. Say that one more time.
941-358-6330.
Okay, perfect. So I think the important thing, there's a lot of things you said that are right in line with everything happening right now in relevance, but if you don't have a plan, it's not too late, right? I think that people can still pick up the phone, they can call you, they can get that in place. And, once we, fingers crossed, we move past this, I think it's going to make a lot of people realize, almost like a couple years ago when Hurricane Irma had come through, and there was an impact even in this area, but especially south, people realized, oh my goodness, I don't have a plan in place. I don't have an emergency plan set up or, a backup plan. So I think that's the most important thing, is that you guys are still working, even if you're working from home, wherever it is, professionals out there, we're still here to help. So.
Exactly. We are. And that's what we're here for. We're here in times like this to help you walk through these situations. And we still are in constant, even though we can't go into the facilities like everyone else, every other family member, every other non-essential personnel are not allowed in the facilities. We're still very much in contact with our clients and with the facilities. For those that aren't able to talk to us, we're in constant contact with them, keeping a check on our clients and making sure that everything's okay. Do they need anything? What's going on? And especially making sure that they're being taken care of appropriately. And so it's not too late. And I think we're going to see a lot of people through this, just like what you just said, that's going to wind up realizing, what if that had been me? Because this friend over here might have a problem, and they realize that they had no plan. They had nobody to take care of anything. What if that had been me? What if? But you don't have to have those what ifs.
Right.
You can have that plan that says, I can breathe because I know I'm taken care of. I know I have a plan in place, and I know that no matter what happens, my loved ones will be okay.
Exactly. Well, I appreciate you sharing all your knowledge, of course, as always. I do want to ask you one fun question. So what's something that you're doing, you and your family, to kind of like pass the time with everything that's happening right now?
You know this all too well. I have a 17-year-old daughter. What do? Watch Hallmark.
I just saw an article that they released like all their Christmas movies again or something. Like they were setting them all up to be played.
weekend, and she's already set them all up to record.
That's funny. Most people, like with me, like I mean, we've been spending a lot of time together as a family, and same, like we love watching Jeopardy. So we went through and watched a ton of Jeopardy, which keeps your mind nice and sharp too. But as people know, I love making videos. So I've been trying to like keep the humor with, whatever we can to hold on to. But that's always been a hobby of mine. So it's kind
And I
of,
have loved every one of your videos.
oh,
It keeps going every day.
I will actually have a new one today that I'm going to put out. So anyways, well, again, it's always a pleasure talking with you, and thanks for sharing your knowledge. And if anybody does have any questions that's been watching, you can feel free to reach out to Renee or LSF. I'll put your information in the post, and maybe your email address would be a good way to reach you too.
Yes.
So everybody take care. It's Friday today, right? Yeah, it's
Yes.
Friday.
Yes.
Whatever day it is now.
Made it through a week.
I know I need to keep a calendar on my desk so I know like what, working from home, it's interesting.
It's different.
I usually mark my days by like what networking event we're all going to, right?
Exactly. How many times are we going to see each other in one day?
Now through Skype, maybe we can be planning this every day, something where we all touch base. So, all right, everybody, thanks for watching, and we hope you have a safe and wonderful weekend, and stay well.
Yes. Thank you so much.